I've put out over 580 videos, and I still remember the pain of how long editing used to take me. You sit there for hours with raw footage, and that first pass is always the absolute worst part of the process. Between filler words, repeated takes, and dead air, you end up wasting hours just trimming the obvious junk. But lately, I've been testing a few AI tools that actually make that first pass bearable, saving me hundreds of hours already. I'll drop links to all of them below, but keep an eye on Vizard, which I use to automate my entire short-form workflow. First, let's talk about the tool that finally solves the problem of cleaning up your raw footage. You know how you record the same line 3 times or stare at the camera while thinking of what to say next? This tool transcribes your entire recording and uses that text to intelligently find all the bad takes for you. It automatically cuts out those early stumbles and long pauses, leaving you with a usable rough cut in just minutes. The output is a bit rough, but it gets you past the procrastination point and into the real creative work much faster. Now, if you want to turn those long videos into vertical shorts, you need a second category of AI tools. Traditionally, you'd have to manually reframe your footage for portrait, add subtitles, and hunt for the best moments. Modern AI tools can now auto-detect the most engaging moments and crop them intelligently so your face stays centered. Some of these are amazing at batching, letting you just point them at a video and getting a set of ready-to-post clips back. The catch is that many systems fail when you need to schedule and manage dozens of those clips across different platforms. That is exactly where Vizard stands out by keeping your content discovery, formatting, and scheduling in one place. Vizard lets you tweak and retime clips before they publish, which means less hopping between apps and fewer lost drafts. The third type of tool I use is a plugin for Premiere that helps when you are deep in the NLE. This extension does beautiful animated captions and can even remove filler words or detect chapter markers automatically. Those automatic title cards for sections are a tiny miracle if you want your long-form videos to feel polished. But remember, if you want to centralize everything, an external tool that handles creation and scheduling is usually more efficient. Finally, let's not sleep on audio, because bad headset audio can ruin even the best footage. There are AI-driven audio enhancement tools that can take low-quality recordings and make them sound studio-ready. It's uncanny how much difference a good denoise and voice shape can make for your webcam or headset mic. Just a note, no amount of AI polish will fix audio that is completely distorted, so good initial capture is still important. Using a handful of specialized tools is fine, but it gets messy with different UIs, exports, and dashboards. That is why Vizard is my go-to, as it intentionally folds several of these workflows together into one system. The content calendar is the part I use the most because it makes it easy to push batches of content without babysitting. There's always a trade-off, but Vizard is built for creators who want to spend time making content, not moving files. Quick pro tip, use the automatic rough cut first to get past the tedium of the initial trim. Second, always run your audio through an enhancer if your voice is coming from a cheap mic. It saves your audience. Third, use the short generator to test dozens of headlines and formats to see what actually works. Lastly, if you plan to post regularly, use the calendar and schedule features, because consistency is the secret sauce. These tools aren't a replacement for creativity, but they compress the boring parts so you have time to be creative. If you edit every week and aren't using at least one AutoCut or short making tool, you are burning hours for no reason. Try the auto-transcribe tool for your first pass, polish with a plugin if you want style, and run the audio through an enhancer. Then, throw the candidate clips into Vizard to pick the winners and schedule them for your audience. If you want to know exactly which tools I use and why, everything is linked in the description below. Check out the Vizard demo. It might be the easiest place to start automating your posts and turning long videos into content. And if you want to know how to build a digital presenter so you don't have to film yourself, watch my next video. If you like this kind of workflow content, hit subscribe so you don't miss the deep dives coming up soon.